Anime that capture millennial existential dread perfectly. The appealing part of anime is not only the aesthetics of it, but how relatable it can be. Anime can aid in putting tough moments into perspectives, and that's true even with good old existential dread. You know that all too familiar feeling when life feels completely chaotic and somehow meaningless, all at the same time. Most humans have at one time or another felt the effects of existential dread, and as a millennial myself, I'm quite accustomed to it. While there are quite a few shows that touch upon existential dread, there is a handful that perfectly encapsulates what it feels like to be a working millennial in today's society, overworked and underpaid. These anime protagonists give us a glimpse into the day-to-day lives of millennials. Life lessons with Oramichi Onisan. From popular gymnast to children's TV shows host, Oramichi is living day-to-day trying to not to have a mental breakdown, albeit letting some of his true feelings slip out in front of the camera. In the morning, he is reminded that another meaningless day has come and that he must force himself to swallow his nihilistic antics and put on a performance from a group of young children, while helping to teach the children ABCs and healthy habits. He also slips in a bit of realism of adult life, such as the harsh reality of using escapism and unhealthy coping mechanism to fill an inevitable void. The main cast is all in their late 20s and early 30s and feeling the pressures of the world around them, marriage, financial stability, and work success. Life Lessons of Oramichi Onisan is painfully relatable, making it a great choice if you're feeling a little cathartic. Akrisoka has given us 4 seasons of millennial existential dread goodness, but you work at 9 to whatever the work is done thanks job, you will probably be as enraged as Retsuko too. Her cute looks juxtapox her internal rage. How could such a cute red panda turn into a death metal vocalist, a desk job with a shitty boss, and little to no work-life balance? Not only is she expected to work herself to exhaustion, but she's also being pressured by those around her to find a boyfriend since she's not getting any younger. Sounds familiar. When Retsuko isn't working, she's dead growling at the local karaoke, drinking till red in the face, or escaping reality with her virtual boyfriend. Many of those situations are reaching lyrics will strike a chord with millennials. Skullface bookseller Honda-san. Ever felt work to the bone? So has Honda. He's literally a skeleton. While Skullface bookseller Honda-san is a bit lighter when it comes to the topic of crippling existential dread, there are plenty of references to the millennial experience. Honda wants to show what working in a bookstore is really like, including the backbreaking work, crazy customers, and the challenging relationships between booksellers, publishers, and sales teams. Honda seems to enjoy his job, but it isn't part of the challenges that come with being a working adult. He mentions a great bookseller is someone who doesn't care about being monetarily rewarded for their work, cluing us in the Honda is also an underpaid, blue-collar employee. He often dreads dealing with customers and is regularly seen internally screaming while still trying to keep up with his cheaper customer service voice, an all too real experience. If you want an anime that speaks about the millennial experience and looming existential dread, the above are a great choice to get a chuckle out of it, of while internally crying of course. Do you want any millennial center shows that you relate to? Let us know.